Hey everyone, it's Alvie here. These are the card choices for this week. So on the left we have, well, in the video it's actually my amethyst seer stone, but Mr. Kitty likes to jump up on my desk and I think he's knocked it down, so I've had to put an amethyst heart shape there instead. But that's group 1. In group 2 we have a rose quartz, and group 3 we have lace agate. So just use your intuition, choose which one or which ones resonate with you or call to you, then check the description box below, find the timestamps for your reading, and I'll see you over there. Hey guys, Alvie here. This is group 1's reading. If you chose the Amethyst Seer Stone, the super interesting tool, you can see all sorts of things inside. It's very rainbowy kind of colored. And if you were drawn to that one, then this is your reading, or if you're drawn to group 1, this is your reading as well. So your first message here is to redirect the fire, transform anger into creative power. So I feel like some of you might be a little bit pissed off about something right now. I know I personally am having a bit of a moment where I'm like, got a bit of fire going on. I'm looking around to see where my glasses are. I probably should have grabbed them before I started, because I want to read out of the book for you about redirect the fire. Yeah, I'm just going to pause for 1 second and then I'll come back. I can't help but giggle at the fact that just as I started recording this again after I've gone to get my glasses, the first song that comes on is The Grudge. No, The Plot, sorry, it's The Plot by Tool, right? That must have been high. It's kind of, yeah, it's giving me this feeling of like, what were you thinking kind of thing. Bit of that kind of energy. Transform the anger into creative power. So this is like wands in the tarot, that kind of energy. It's like understanding that the power within you that you feel when you're angry is also something really creative. Getting kind of that, I don't know if this is, it probably happens in other countries as well, but in Australia there's certain types of plants that their seeds, or I think it's trees actually, that their seeds will not grow until there's been like a bushfire, and it's kind of almost giving me that kind of energy as well. I'm gonna just have a look here and see what it says about this card. Definitely feeling like a big, it's like that raw kind of feeling, like there's something burning within you for sure. Okay, every emotion that we experience has an energy of its own. Some are positive, such as joy or eagerness, and some hold negative energy, like anger or fear. If we use our imagination properly, we can benefit not only from positive energy, but also from negative energy, but using it more constructively. Anger is a powerful emotion. Anger is a powerful emotional energy that constantly seeks out an outlet for expression. If we try to suppress it, it will transform into other adverse reactions such as hatred or violence. But if we convert it into creative energy, it can turn into a blessing. Anger stems from a demand for change or wish for things to be different. Yeah, I kind of believe that, but I also feel like anger a lot of the time is when your boundaries are being overstepped by someone, or it's like to show you that, you know, you need to have more better boundaries in a certain situation or around a certain person, situation, something like that. So yeah. However, if you accept that anger is just energy, you can learn to transform it. The ability to convert your emotions into calm and productive feelings through love, care, and tenderness is what your journey is all about. You have been given all the resources you need to do this. When your temper flares, remove yourself from the situation and take time to deal with it. Redirect your negative feelings into inspiration for positive ideas, such as painting your anger away, writing a story, or whatever is natural, whatever your natural way of being creative. Instead of focusing on what someone else did wrong and becoming bitter, focus on using your emotions to feel empowered. That's really important. One creative way to visualize anger One creative way is to visualize anger melting and receding away to allow new waves to bring something fresh and exciting. It could be a fresh idea that is entertaining and helpful in connecting with you and your inner self. Wishes and dreams allow everything else to be rearranged by the loving hand of life, and let compassion dissolve your anger. I am inspired to alchemize my anger into an act of love. Interesting. So just I feel like they're kind of saying to you, they being my guides, the ones that are giving me the messages right now. So I feel like, yeah, they're kind of showing me that you might be having situations at the moment that are, really kind of getting to you, bringing up a lot of anger. As I said, as I was reading the book, maybe your boundaries are being crossed, or maybe you're being shown where you need to have boundaries with, certain situations. But yeah, as I was reading that, I was kind of having a giggle to myself, because I was thinking, my house gets really clean when I'm angry, when other things that maybe I would not normally bother with, when I'm pissed off, when someone or something has made me annoyed, you better believe I'm doing it in like record speed, because that's how I sort of transform and transmute my energy when I'm annoyed, when I'm angry. I also feel like it's really important to point out to you that being angry isn't a bad thing, that anger is actually a very powerful, but it's also a very important emotion for showing you where things aren't working for you. If you're feeling constantly angry, or things are just, pissing you off in certain ways, then it's probably a good indication that there's something going on there that you need to look at a little further. There was also something coming up about how, for some people, anger and just being angry is something that is like a learnt behavior, and it's like a default emotion. Like, some people might feel more comfortable being angry about something than being upset or having other emotions about it. So maybe it's a little bit of a defensive mechanism for you as well. For some of you anyway. Like, I'm just trying to think of an example. I know a lot of people who are like this, especially guys. Like, not to pick on any particular gender or anything, because I'm sure sure women do it too, but it's sort of like, rather than have any other emotion, just be angry. um that's okay, that's acceptable to be angry, but to have any other emotion is like, I can't face you with that emotion, I'm just going to be angry at you. So yeah, there's that coming through as well. Now, to jump from one thing to the other, or just to remind you and kind of tie into this energy, you have your next message is, when I'm connected to my joyful presence, I attract support from the universe. So a reminder here to do what you need to do to transmute anger into creative power, because when you're focused on being angry, what you're actually doing is you're directing your creative power away from the joyful presence that attracts the support of the universe, and into, as it was saying, it's like, I can't remember exactly the words that they said in the book, but it was something about, great, I hate it when that happens. It's something along the lines of like, how it turns into hatred, and it turns into like things like that, rather than, just being processed and being released, which is what we really want to do with things when they come up like that. So we're not holding them in the energy field. And then we had the next one, birthing a new age, birthing new creations, and dreaming a new world into being. So let me look at that one for you. Where's the focus? It's to be on autofocus, but it's not autofocusing. If you see me doing weird arm movements, it's because I've got incense burning and the incense ash is going everywhere and I'm just sweeping it away. All right, so let's have a look. Putting all of these energies together, all of these cards together. I feel like, yeah, to step into this new, birthing a new age, like say to bring new creations into the world, not focusing on anger or processing your anger, turning your anger into something creative, understanding why you're angry and maybe doing something about it that's constructive rather than just using it as a destructive force. It's going to help you bring these new creations in, dream, and you will have more energy to be able to dream into a new world, into being. Let's have a look at your tarot. They're kind of telling me to do something else. Do something else. I'm just trying to think, what am I doing? I'm gonna get some more oracle messages. That's what I'm doing. I think that's what they had it tipped up behind me. If it had it tipped up behind me, yeah, if it hadn't tipped up behind me, it would have been easier. But yeah, I feel like this is what they're asking me to do. I feel like we need to go a little bit more deeply into these oracle messages first, and then we'll get into the tarot. The tarot is going to be the last thing because it's the most detailed. But first we get a little bit of more of a glimpse into it, or more of a connection into current energies. So just feeling into this collective in particular about what's coming up right now. All right, we have big happy changes. So I see that things are changing. Sometimes when things are changing, even if they are big happy changes, it can still be very challenging. It can still make you feel like there's things that are going to annoy you or something like that. That's sort of what I'm getting here. Let's give that a shake. So what would you like to know about what would group one? What would you like to tell group one? They're the right words for me. What would you like to tell group one about reconsider? Okay. Yeah, all right. Reconsider. This is an interesting energy. I feel like there's something maybe triggering you or giving you reasons to be mad, like reasons to get angry. I think that basically what the message coming through here is it's like to reconsider what it is that's making you frustrated or pissed off, or what's fucking you off, basically. What's the underlying like motivation behind it? That's what I'm hearing. It's like what's the motivation behind the anger? What is it that you get out of getting angry? When to take a breath, to take a step back, you might be able to see it from a different point of view. I feel like this is where reconsider, the energy of reconsider is coming in. It's sort of like reconsider your reactions, reconsider how you're approaching things. It might actually give you a different perspective on why you're angry, or what the reaction of anger is bringing to you. What like how is it serving you, and how can you fulfill that need without being angry? How can you yeah, okay, interesting. They're kind of cutting me off there and telling me to get on with it, basically. So here I am getting on with it. So get more information. All right. Yeah, okay. So this feels like it's a very specific situation. I feel like there's whatever this situation might be, I feel like it's sort of like how can I put it? like a double-edged sword. Yeah, that's the way. That's what I'm looking for. It's like two-pronged fork. No, that's not right. It's a two-pronged fork. No, it's a double-edged sword, right? Because we have these energies here. So we have these cards here: big happy change, birthing a new age. These are kind of confirming each other, right? Something new is coming in for you, something different, like being able to dream a new world into being is something that's really important. But when I see birthing the new age, I'm also seeing, like thinking about the whole star seed kind of theory and all of that stuff, that we're like, the earth is evolving, the and the consciousness of the planet and the people on it and the animals on it and the plants on it are all evolving as well, and that's kind of giving me that new age kind of thing as well. So this could be something that you're picking up in the collective. This is what they've just said to me. This anger, I remember a little while ago, I was tuning into the earth core, like the heart of the earth. There'd been a lot of solar flares and I tuned in. I do it quite regularly. Usually it's pretty calm down there, but oh, whoa, shit. When I tuned in that time, and this is the kind of feeling too that they just gave me, was like writhing, angry, dark feminine energy. But that kind of energy is a creative energy as well. It's like the change that's coming through, and you might be getting affected by that. On a more sort of, collective level, that might be something that's happening for you. But also I feel like on a more specific and personal level, things are changing for you. Things can change for you. You're maybe wanting to bring things in, change things, have a new direction, big happy changes, that kind of thing. But I feel like there's this theme, right? There's this issue, this burning issue of that's needing for you to pay attention to it. It's needing for you to find a way to resolve it, or way to actually deal with it, because it's something that's bringing up a lot of anger, or just, triggering you, pissing you off, something like that. Anyway, it's going to be different for everyone because it's a general reading. So, there's going to be different kind of ways that this can work in different people's lives. Yeah, so have a look at this one. Reconsider and get more information. That's very interesting. It's sort of like maybe that's a different way that you can see things. Maybe you're getting, I'm going to speak from personal experience here because I'm a bit of a firecracker, right? Something pisses me off. I'm not waiting. I shoot before I shoot them and let God sort them out, kind of thing, quite a lot. So I feel like this might even be a bit of a dig at me from my as well. It's like, instead of getting really annoyed and allowing yourself to just go into that kind of energy, it's like reconsider and get some more information before you really go off, because you want to because you want to really make sure you've got some evidence. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. What I mean is get some more information, because it might not be what you think. That's really what they mean. I'm just having a laugh at myself. Because yeah, why not? That's what life's for, right? Have a laugh at yourself. Okay, romance. So this could be a situation in a relationship. Those are often the most triggering type things, the romantic ones. I also feel for some of you, this might be about bringing in new romance and you're getting annoyed, or I think I feel like the whole dating scene, the whole idea of it is kind of really, giving you the shits basically, which is completely understandable. But it's sort of like there's romance involved in this. It could be about bringing someone new in or a new situation in, but you're not having any luck with it, and that might be making you angry. They're asking you to get more information and reconsider about what it is that you're doing and how you're doing it. Not saying that you're doing anything wrong specifically, but it might be they're kind of saying there's like a different approach for you. a better way to do it that isn't going to make you frustrated, that isn't going to bring you that energy of like needing to transmute the anger. Yeah, so interesting. And for some of you, this could be an existing relationship that's kind of, maybe you're going through a bit of a thing with each other, I think all relationships are like that. You can't be smooth sailing all the time, right? All the time. I'm still wearing my glasses. I'm just wondering why everything was blurry. Yeah, so it can't be smooth sailing all the time. I feel like they're asking you get more information before you, go down that path of being angry. I think I'm going to get a couple more of these ones, and then let's see what else they have to say for you in the tarot. Group 1. Woo. There we go again. Recovery. All right. So for some of you, this is a situation that can be recovered. For some of you, I'm feeling like learning how to use anger as a creative power and transmute it is going to bring recovery for you. So I'm just having a little look here. So we're bringing in new big happy changes, right? But there's this issue going on, this issue of my I heard it clairvoyantly going off half-cocked. I thought it was pretty funny. Yeah, so like interesting. Yeah, so recovery of some description. I'm going to go into the tarot because I just want to find out what they're talking about, basically. Yeah, all right. So let's have a look. What does the tarot have to tell us about group 1? Pardon me. The burps have begun. Let's have a look and see what else we've got going on. All right, the 8 of Wands, the group of Wands. That's interesting. I was going to say group. That's going to mean something. So, like a group. What's a group? A group of Wands. A bunch of dicks. Yeah, that's what I'm getting. Oh man, am I in a mood today? Yeah, so a bunch of dicks. No, oh god, here we go again. So the 8 of Wands, right? This is talking about communication from a bunch of dicks, perhaps. No, the 8 of Wands, communication, fast-moving energy, so things changing quickly. Sometimes that can bring up a little bit of stuff for you, but I feel like really with this is talking about like communication is the key here, especially if this is about romance for you. Communication is the key, like to, kind of, how am I seeing this? I'm getting like clairvoyant visions, but it's hard to explain. It's like, when there's like gears or something and they have to fit together and they kind of got to go, communication is the twist to get it in the right place. Does that make sense? I don't know how else to explain it, but that's what I'm saying. All right. So there's communication incoming. There's something going on here where it's, emails, texts, phone calls, things like that. Communicating is the 8 of Wands, but it's also about fast-moving energy. So things just changing very quickly. Let's see what else they have to say in tarot. Okay, the 7 of Cups. The 7 of Cups. Understanding the difference between delusion, illusion, that not every cup holds like love. Some of it is a bit of subterfuge, or like there's things in these cups. He's got to choose the right one. If he doesn't choose the right one, then he might end up with a snake, or one with a hole in it where the water's coming out. So I feel like, yeah, all right, so this is a message specifically for people who are looking for romance, right? It's about choosing the right person. If they're not communicating with you, if you're in dating, say, I think I mentioned this last time, but I just don't understand that whole concept, but I'll do as best as I can to explain it. I'm just like a really black and white person. If I like someone, I like someone. I don't really need to do that thing where you go, oh yeah, I'm going to see him, and then I'm going to see him, and then I'm going to see him. Just doesn't work for me. So yeah, please forgive me if I don't get this kind of thing right. But what I'm seeing here is that like there's more than one choice here, and the way that they communicate, whether they're pissing you off or not, basically they're doing things, or if they're communicating with you, that is how you choose, right? That is how you know that they're the right person for you. If they continuously choose to communicate with you when things go wrong, when there's anger, when there's fights, when there's things that aren't working, then they're the right person, because they're willing to put the effort in. Whereas if they are not communicating with you, then choose another cup. I almost felt like I was going to get taken over by someone else and say, well, choose another cup, darling. I don't know why or who that might be, but right. Let's have some more messages for group one. This is very interesting reading. I might take this. I'll do a few more messages here because I like to give everyone a real good reading. But I might take this to an extended straight afterwards, and you can find that on my website. I will leave a link in the description box below, so you can find it if you're interested in continuing down this path and finding out what this reading's all about. Let's have a look and see what else. 7-8. All right. What other messages do you have for group one? Ooh, bumped right out, huh? The Two of Swords. Okay. Feeling like you don't know which way, you don't have all the information. You can't. She's blindfolded. She's got two crows like sort of squawking at her on either side, and these tangles. I don't know whether that's her hair or what it is, but it gives the impression of kind of just being like not really knowing what's going on. I feel like that's, yeah, you feel like it's either something that's hidden, or I'm just thinking, tuning in. The traditional Two of Swords is like not knowing what sort of decision to make, or feeling stuck because you don't have a visual on it or something along those lines. I can sort of see with those crows, it seems like there's a little bit of almost like, in the cartoon, I don't know if you remember these cartoons, but there'd be like the good angel on one shoulder and the bad angel on the other. It might be something a bit like that, where like there's different parts of you sort of fighting with yourself about whatever decision you're making, choosing not to make one in a way, not really being able to because you don't really know what's going on, or feeling like you don't know what's going on. Too many in that lot. Again, with this Two of Swords and the Seven of Cups, it's like the Eight of Wands is basically there. It's saying communication is what is going to bring things together for you, help you make decisions, help you work out what it is that's going on, or which one is the right choice, that kind of thing. Okay, that's an interesting vibe. The Seven of Pentacles and the Four of Pentacles. So the Four of Pentacles is about stability. It's usually sort of like in the world type stability, but 3D, if you like that analogy, about having enough, about having worked at something for a while. But with the Seven of Pentacles in reverse, like I feel like it's like not willing to put in the effort, or okay, all right. So what they're saying here for this, I'm just gonna read this, is like a dating romance type thing. This is how it's sort of coming out, obviously, with the romance card as well. Doesn't have to be, it could be something else in your life that's kind of giving you the same vibes. It could be something that you're passionate about, you know, work or some kind of creative process that is really frustrating for you sometimes, things like that as well. So yeah, with the Seven of Pentacles in reverse, I just get the vibe with this. It's like not willing to invest, right? And I feel this might be you're not willing to invest in it because you don't feel the stability, you don't have the information that you need, or you feel like you've got the information but you don't really know, you're still sort of umming and ahhing about it. And then we have the Four of Pentacles, so there is some stability underneath this feeling. I don't really know. I think we're going to go a little bit further, a little bit deeper with this. So the Four of Pentacles is doing, okay, we have the Four of Swords. Okay, these came up in a reading I did earlier. This is very interesting. It's almost a similar vibe. Similar, not the same. So the Four of Pentacles, it can be a little bit of like a holding on to what I've got sort of thing, bit of a golem vibe. The Four of Swords is resting. So, it's almost like the person who I'm reading, or the collective I'm reading here, is like, I'd rather just stay in my own energy until I work this out, because I have no fucking idea what what this is, and I'm waiting for these communications to give me the answers I need, sort of thing. Four of Swords is giving me this energy of like trying to stay busy so you're not thinking about it. But Four of Pentacles is giving me, as I said, it's sort of like staying in my own energy sort of thing. I'd rather not put myself out to wherever until I have what I need to know, whatever that is. And that, you know, as I was trying to explain before with the gears, and it's like it has to turn a certain way before they click together. I feel like this is, if you're in an established relationship or in a current, you know, situationship or whatever, and it feels like this, that's what's happening. Is like it's kind of like resettling itself in some way. It's like you both finding what it is that you need to communicate to each other, so that you can turn the Seven of Pentacles around, so that you can choose the right cup. And if it's like, if you're single and you're looking, or you've got, you know, a few different people that you're seeing or whatever, same sort of vibe here. It's like that whole communication thing is what's going to give you it's what's going to give you the answers that you need, the answers that you're looking for. Okay, so let's have a look and see. I'm going to get one more message here, and then I think I'll go into an extended, perhaps. We'll just see. We'll see how succinct the message is. If I feel like I need to go into an extended, I will. It's very possible I may not, though, because I feel like this is almost giving us enough really now. So yeah, I just keep coming back to the communication, the reconsider, and get more information type vibe that's coming over here, because those things will reconnect you with this kind of energy. When I'm connected to my joyful presence, I attract support from the universe. Therefore, you know, bringing back in that energy where you're connected to the universe yourself. You feel supported, and that way you can kind of use your intuition a little better to get more information, to all of those things. Yeah. So, okay, let's have a look and see what else is going on here. I'm not sure about what's going on here, but let's have a look. So we have the Hermit in reverse. Okay, we have the Three of Wands in reverse. We have the Four of Wands in the upright position and the Magician in the reverse. A lot of reversed energy here. So let's have a look here. Let me see what else is coming up here. All right. Because they've given me so many cards, I don't think we're going to need to go to an extended. That would be, yeah, a bit of overkill, really. So the Hermit in reverse, the Hermit in reverse. What does that mean, Spirit? What does group 1 need to know about all of this reversed energy, really? It's sort of like, yeah, all right. So the Four of Swords, Four of Swords, keeping busy, like just trying to distract yourself from things isn't really doing you much good. The Hermit, coming back to yourself, but also making sure that you're still connecting with other people is going to be key to this, because other people, you know, being able to talk to other people about things of this nature is very important, because sometimes it just goes around and around in your head until it drives you crazy, and that's not what you want, because you can really just like completely overthink things, right? So yeah, I feel like the Hermit in reverse, which is it's a very weird meaning for the Hermit in reverse. It's talking about like having a support system, or like, yeah, something like that, like kind of being able to be out and about with things in a way that's going to bring you this stability of the Four of. So you've got a couple of cards here that talk about stability. The Four of Wands, traditional tarot, you will see if you watch lots of YouTube readings with other readers, they will always say, oh, look, it's the marriage card. It's like, it's stability, it's the home and all that sort of stuff. This card looks more like a celebration, but it doesn't mean it's not. It just means that, like, I feel like what's going on here is there is stability here, but the current collective energy and various other things, like this issue with the anger creation stuff, is like, it's kind of rocking the boat a little bit. The Three of Wands is in reverse again. The Three of Wands in reverse. It's basically giving me, don't make plans right now, don't go back on plans that you've made already. Things are coming, but they're delayed right now, and I think it's just best for you to do this whole working out what the key is. The communication thing is so much more important in this reading for whatever reason. And then we have the Magician in reverse as well. I'm gonna drink. Okay, so Magician, yeah, I feel like you're kind of not really using your magic, you're just distracting yourself. When I say your magic, what I mean is whatever it is that makes you, you know, like your specialness, your inner fire, your creative vibe, all of those things. I feel like there is a little bit kind of like you're internalizing a lot of things right now, and I feel like there's a lot of kind of whirlwind energy, as I said, like my god's just said, yeah, they're really on one. I'm laughing my head off at that. I think it's really funny. I don't really think it's funny if you are on one, but if you know what I'm talking about, it's like sometimes you just get like really out of control ego shit going on, or you know, like you're just kind of, yeah, a whirlwind, or they are, or something's going on like that. I feel like things are a bit unstable, but the reason that it's unstable is so that it can restabilize itself. It just takes that little twist in perspective. So I feel like that's probably enough of a reading. I won't go into the extended stuff for this one. I might for the next couple. I don't know. It just depends. I can kind of feel like the energy for this one's closed off, and that's a good sign that I need to stop reading. So yeah, hopefully this has helped you in some way. Don't forget to kind of like even if it's just communicating with your spirit team, communication is really important, right? So yeah, and if if you'd like to have a reading with me or a session with me, there'll be a link in the in the box below. Yes, the burps have started. So here we go. It's already been, channeling quite a lot anyway. So yeah, hopefully this has helped you. If it has, let me know in the comments. Otherwise, I will hopefully catch you on the next one, and thanks for watching. Bye. Hey guys, it's Alvie here, and this is group 2's reading. So if you chose the rose quartz, hold that up closer for you, there you go. If you chose this one or group 2, then this is your reading. Let's get into your first message, which is the faithful way. Let faith cultivate your motive. So I really like that message. When I read it, like the resonance of that sentence just really hit something deep within me. So let faith cultivate your motive. It's basically saying, like, whatever motive you have for doing something, let it rest in the faith that you have in yourself and the universe to kind of make it happen. I'm gonna get the book because I really am so interested to know what what they've got to say in the book about this. Let's see if I can find it. Oh yeah, there we go. Over here. I didn't realize I'd left it. Let's have a look. Back on with the glasses again. I had them on for half the reading in group 1 before I realized. Oh, that's why everything looks blurry. Oh dear. So you're getting old, eh? They're faithful. I'm giggling to myself in my head because that just reminded me of my mum saying she can't hear people properly if she's wearing sunglasses. It's like, oh God, I'm not very far away from that by the sounds of it. Let's have a look and see what we've got. The faithful way. The faithful way. I really love the energy of this. I feel like this is, yeah. Is it? Be great if I could find it. I don't know. I'll look in the table of contents. That will help. Sorry, group 2. Where is it? The faithful one. There we go. 98. I was way off. Close but no cigar. Oh, that's a cool looking card. I hope that comes up one day. It looks kind of Dali type pictures in there. Every human being is capable of actualizing their dreams. Faith is the power that pulls us miraculously towards achieving our visions. When we have faith in ourselves, we can move through the passage of life with much resolve. Every step that we take will give us courage along the path. If we surrender to our inner power, doubt and inaction give way to trust and love. To be powerful is to use strength in the service of vision. It requires following your dream in the face of obstacles and misfortune. The faithful way is to have courage to say yes to the vision that is seeking to manifest through you. Interesting. So you are blessed with the ability to easily tap into your hopes and visualize clearing the way for your divine gift to reveal itself. Have faith and move through the resistance and begin recreating yourself. Believe in your potential. Then you can rely on your own strength to travel beyond the rational thinking that has trapped you into simply reacting to the issues in survival mode. Now is the time to let go of the fear that has been limiting your capacity to imagine. Follow the reverie that you have hidden within you and continue the journey of your soul in a more joyous way. I have faith in myself and the direction I'm taking in my life's journey. Ooh, that really evoked something there. It was very much a come back to yourself kind of energy. I'm not going to do this this reading too. I need to take this off because it's too blurry. So yeah, it was very much for me feeling the energy of that. And even before I read the book, obviously, it's very much an energy of coming back into yourself so deeply that you are, you know, you know the path that you're meant to take and you're faithful in it, even when things look a bit bumpy, when things aren't really working, or it feels like they're not. There's just this depth of like knowing within you that if something's not working, there's a reason for it, and that reason is to redirect you to somewhere else, which is probably something better. Anyway, so let's have a look and see what your next message is. In any moment, I can surrender to the powerful presence of love through prayer, prayer, contemplation, and stillness. So let's have a look here and see. This is very interesting. I feel like it's really is saying like there's something within you, a path, a belief, an understanding that you need to do a certain thing or go a certain way, or there's something that you're yearning for, that you desire deeply, that you need to have faith in for it to really be able to manifest in your life or to show up in your life. And this card, the in any moment I can surrender to the powerful presence of love through prayer and contemplation and stillness. It's really just sort of like saying every time you feel like it's not working or there's challenges or you need to remember to come back to yourself, you can surrender to the powerful presence of love through being, through contemplation, through prayer, through stillness. I mean, like personally, I don't do prayer. I don't really understand it, which is weird, I hope. It's just me. I'm like, I don't get it. It doesn't make sense to me. I'd rather just like sit and talk to my guides or whatever. But it's however it works for you, like prayer, meditation, connecting in with your soul and your higher self is often, it's the same sort of thing in a way. It's like getting guidance from places that are not in the physical realm, basically, ones that are always like there for your highest good. And then don't dim to fit in. How are you dimming your light in order to fit in? All right, that's an interesting message. It kind of seems a bit out of left field, but I guess is there, yeah, no, that makes sense. They're saying to me now it's about like if you're not really truly on an aligned path with what your soul path is, like if you're kind of veering off, you'll often try to dim to fit in, or your light won't be as bright as when you were totally, in tune with yourself and knowing and trusting that that's exactly what you're meant to be doing. That's when your light's like boom. So I guess they're saying like, is what you're doing now okay? Yeah, all right. So it's basically, it's like if it's dimming your light, then it's not your path. That's what they're saying. If it's dimming your light, if you don't feel 100% like you're glowing, like you're able to trust in your path, and even through sitting in the powerful presence of your inner divinity, or love and prayer and contemplation, as we just talked about, doesn't bring you back to that glowingness, to that burning core vibration, to that feeling of like, yeah, I'm really like glowing within myself type feeling, then it's a good indication that it's not the way that you're meant to be going, or that they are trying to redirect you to somewhere else or something else that's better for you, that's going to help you keep cultivating that inner light, that inner spark, that inner fire, right? So let's have a look and see what the angels have got for you. Such a boppy song. Never really used to be a fan of Marilyn Manson. But in my older years, I don't mind his music. It's kind of quite boppy and like, yeah. All right, that's enough of me. I'm in a weird mood anyway. Uh, all right, what have the angels got to tell group two? All right, what have we got here? Recovery. This came up in group one as well. I was going to say group two, but this is group two. See, weird mood. So yeah, this came up in group one as well. Recovery. I feel like for some of you with this recovery card coming up, you might feel like you're a little bit off path. Um, this is your, how would you put it? Your nudge from the universe, from your guides, and from your soul that this little message here is asking you to come back to yourself deeply. That's the word I'm getting. Deeply, to deeply kind of like be able to sink back into you, trust yourself again. Marilyn Manson's going, yeah, 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 yeah. Just to confirm that. It's hilarious. Okay, be assertive. So yeah, there might be some situations where you need to, let people know what you want, what you don't want, what you will and won't tolerate. I'm sort of getting boundaries here. Being assertive isn't the same thing as being aggressive. It's just saying, hey, if these are my terms and conditions, if that doesn't work for you, that's fine. It's just that we're not aligned by to whatever. It might be a situation, it might be a person or place or job, anything like that, really, or just to the way that you're conducting yourself currently. All right, not the right time. Oh, it's interesting. Yeah, okay. So this is like, oh God, this card's flying everywhere, hitting me in the legs. Anyway, yeah, so with that coming up, it's saying it's not the right time. There is perhaps a situation that's going on right now for you that's kind of making you question your faith in yourself, question your faith in your path and the decisions that you're making, or your intuition or something like that. It's saying it's not you, right? It's not that you were wrong. It's just that it's not the right time, right? You need to um come back to yourself, which is this whole reading's going to come to, is going to keep saying that, so sorry, but it's about coming back to yourself and understanding that there is, I was about to say divine timing. This is soul timing. This isn't divine timing as in like we wait for the divine to do something. This is like having come to a certain level or a certain place in your life, in your understanding of things, in your evolutionary journey, to know that sometimes it's not the right time for certain things and that there are other paths for you to take that are going to be far more productive for you, that are going to be far more supportive for you, or that it's just not the right time right now. So maybe it's time to just come back and focus in on yourself and doing what you're doing, or what what did it say in the big in that card? There's something in this book that I wanted to reread just then. I was like, yeah, what did they say? I know I kind of got the energetic gist of it, but I want the words for you guys so that it actually makes sense to what I'm trying to impart to you. Where is it? No, no, no. Where is it? Where is it? Have faith move through resistance. No, that's not it. No, here we are. You are blessed with the ability to tap into your hopes and visualize clearing the way for your divine gift to reveal itself. I kind of feel like that was a really important line here. It's like perhaps you've forgotten the gift. Perhaps the gift hasn't revealed itself properly to you yet, whatever the gift is to you. What else have we got? also this other passage here, which is, then you can rely on your own strength to travel beyond the rational thinking that has trapped you into simply reacting to the issues in survival mode, right? So I don't know why, but those just kind of popped out to me. They seem to be important to repeat. I feel like they're kind of tie in with what's going on here and what I was talking about the soul path timing, right? There might be something going on for you. Well, there probably definitely is if this is coming up, that it's not the right time just right now. So the answer is no, right? It's a big no. I feel like this is like asking you to just step away, right? Just step away, come back to yourself, and remember all of that stuff that we've just talked about having faith in yourself and kind of like working through. Sometimes when you've been very busy in the 3D world, right? You're distracted from your soul work. And when you come back to sitting in your heart space, you've got to kind of like peel away these layers of the onion type thing. It's like they're onions, you know how an onion has like heaps and heaps of layers. That's what I'm kind of getting at here, right? It's like there's layers of stuff that's there, and it seems insurmountable because whenever you're in there, it just doesn't seem to be the same space that it was before if you were like focusing more on your soul work. This is kind of what I'm getting for you guys, group 2. It's like they're saying no, don't give up. Maybe what it is that you're aiming for, what it is that you desire so deeply that you're like kind of getting pulled off path for, it's just not the right time. And that focusing on peeling back those layers so that this gift, or this path, this direction, whatever it is, can be fully revealed to you, and then you know exactly what you need to do and you can trust yourself to get there. Ooh. All right, we have unlikely, which is weird. I wonder what that's about. I'm gonna get tarot on those two, the known and unlikely. I get not the right time, but no and unlikely. Maybe something specific that you're thinking about. I'm going to get the tarot out. I'm going to start on the tarot right now. Okay, the Six of Pentacles. Something's not reciprocal. Like maybe you're feeling like you're giving a lot more than you're getting, and that could relate in so many different ways in your life. It could be, a relationship. It could be that you're working way more than you're really, getting paid for. So, you don't feel like you're getting paid your worth, or something along those lines. It's also, this talks about this, the Six of Pentacles talks about like a windfall or a gift or something from the universe, but it's in reverse. So it's like it's not coming to you the way that you wanted it to, or the way that it kind of maybe was shown to you in previous times. I feel like there's something going on here, definitely. So the no and unlikely is like, yeah, let's have a look at more deeply into those. I really want to keep saying more deeply. It's bizarre. It's whole reading deeply. I'm just going to call it deeply. All right, what have we got today? Okay, I don't know what the fuck's going on with those, but there's too many cards there anyway. And I just want it. What is the no about? What is the no about? No. What is the no? Show me what the no is about, please. Who we want to get no and unlikely. Clarify, please. All right, the Knight of Cups. No, Page of Cups, sorry. So this card is usually about expecting the unexpected, you know, it's like, okay, all right, this is interesting. Yes, that's the message I'm getting through here. It's like, I feel like what they're saying to you is it's time to go back and oh, the words are it's like I want them to come out, but they're not. The translation is a little funky, but yeah, I feel like perhaps there's a situation that you're in, or you know, you're around, that it was shown to you in some particular way, but because, you know, free will and all of that sort of stuff is involved, um, and there's other people involved, because there always is. It's like we can't live our lives on our own. It's always other people as well, right? These things have not sort of come about the way that you were shown. So you're kind of losing, you know, faith in it, or you've lost faith in it, right? Now, the Page of Cups is about spontaneity. It's about things just kind of falling in your lap, weird things that you wouldn't expect, serendipity, that kind of thing, right? And to clarify the no, this, I feel like this is like, it's not going to be this kind of magical, unexpected thing, right? It has to be, oh, okay, oh, wow, all right. So, sorry. This is like, it's like they're saying, you know, and it really ties in with the conversation I was having with a friend of mine the other day about how, especially social media and particularly Instagram, like the people on there, the things that get posted, they're so unrealistic. The spiritual world has become so unrealistic. It's detached from actual reality, right? And people are believing this stuff. They're all like, oh yeah, we've got to be Delulu, and we've got to be this, and we've got to be that. And it's misleading, okay? People think you can just meditate and money's going to fall in their lap. I mean, it's probably a bad example, but there's certain ways and certain steps and certain vibrations and frequencies that need to be taken into account. It's not just the universe is going to look after me when I'm off being some kind of a twat, right? It just doesn't work like that. And I feel like that's what this reading is kind of saying. It's like your magical thinking or your belief in, I don't want to like say that there is no magic, because there fucking well is, right? But it's not the way that it's portrayed in media, on social media. It's not that, right? It takes work. It takes work, and it takes dedication, and it takes faith. And that faith has to be fucking unshakable for it to work that way. So what they're saying is, you may have seen something in a particular light, in this light where it's all just going to be magical and fall in my lap, when the truth of the matter is, or, you know, I'm just going to get given it, whatever it is for you. It doesn't work like that. There has to be inspired action. You have to be able to tie the energetic to the physical to be able to actually get things to work, right? Unless you're a fucking, I don't know, Buddha or something. Unless you're Buddha, unless you're like, you know, able to sit in a cave and transform yourself into some other kind of something, some other kind of something, some superhuman, and you're not living in this system that, you know, shreds you, basically expects you to put out way more than you get back, and never quite make it, you know, as far as money is concerned and resources are concerned and stuff. Unless you're able to do that, like, you've got to be able to tie those two things together. If they're not being tied together, if it's not anchored in faith, if it's not anchored deeply in what your soul path is, it's never going to come right. So what they're saying is like, it's so unlikely that it's going to actually come in this way. It's not going to be this head over heels kind of energy. Like, it's a great energy, and sometimes it's wonderful when things like that happen, but they're saying this isn't for you. This isn't how it's going to work. Let's see how it is going to work. And wow, that was a big channel. I got a huge shiver there. Don't let that stop you, right? That's not what they're trying to say. They're just trying to say, have a bit of reality about it. Don't expect it all to just fall in your lap, because, as I said, unless you're Buddha or, I don't know, some kind of superhuman meditating ascended master type person or human, it's very unlikely that things are going to work that way for you. So there's a new path that's going to open up for you. Let's see how that's going to work for you. Five of Pentacles. Releasing yourself from, this is in reverse, sorry, I didn't say that. The Five of Pentacles in reverse. So releasing yourself from this like feeling of being left out or ostracized. Traditionally with the Five of Pentacles is like to people who look like, you know, they look like they live on the streets. One of them is on crutches, they're not well looked after, they're out in the snow, and you can see a window in the background, and it's like it's all warm and lit, and it's sort of like, you know, the people who are left out kind of thing. So it's like, I feel like for you guys, you have a mentality, and I'm not saying like, you know, we all have a bit of this scarcity kind of, what's the word I'm looking for? The conditional culture, the scarcity mindset type thing. We're brought up with it. It's everywhere. But for you, releasing yourself from scarcity, from oh wow, this is really turning into something. So releasing yourself from the scarcity is going to allow you to sink right deeply into your faith. Okay. So this scarcity consciousness, a scarcity consciousness that's like, it's a bubble in our collective, as in like the planetary collective. You cannot tell me there's not many people who don't say things like, I can't afford that, or, you know, things along those lines. It doesn't have to be about money either. It could be about, I don't know, the scarcity of love is usually where it actually lands. So I feel like, yeah, sinking deeply into this, you know, into your core, into your heart, peeling back those layers of what it's telling you is, you know, the layers will tell you different things, right? Because all the layers, this is really hard to explain. I can see it energetically, but I can't like, you know, explain it very well. But everything to me, when it's energetic, it's in layers, like consciousness, dimension, things like that. Even the layers in the heart center, and it's sort of like microcosm, macrocosm stuff as well. But if you have layers in your heart center that are from, you know, they could be from trauma, they could be from stuff that you've learned, they could be just from living, right? If you've got layers that pockets of, say, like scarcity consciousness, like this card here kind of gives you that, I'm just going to sit out here and cry kind of energy, or I'm going to sit out here and just feel isolated and like I'm not involved in things, because yeah, that's what I'm used to, that's what I'm expecting. Right? So you've got to get past those layers, and this is the healing part. This is the getting faith back into life, right? Have a look here. More messages for group 2. So yeah, it's a very interesting message here. It's like, yeah, so it's not going to work out the way that you may have initially thought, right? This could be because you were going through an awakening and your ego wasn't integrated, so you saw things through the lens of ego. Easy enough to fucking do. Even when you do go through ascension, even when you do have a spiritual awakening, your ego can still sneak in and tell you things and show you things. It's a part of the whole thing of knowing how to discern the difference between these things. Dissolving this layer of scarcity consciousness that is pocketing you right now. is going to be how you fall back into that faith and into that path and actually see what it is, the path that you need to go down, what it is that your soul wants you to do, which will kind of facilitate this recovery energy coming through. Yeah. Interesting. Let's see what else we've got going on here. Few more messages for group 2, then we might end this, because that was a huge energetic download for me, and I might need to go and have something to eat to kind of put myself back in the planet a little bit. So yeah, let's see what else you've got to say, group 2. 2 message. Okay, that's quite a lot of cards. I think we'll go back in because that's too many cards for me to read all at once. Okay, let's have a look and see what messages do you have group 2 right now. Okay, we have the world in reverse. So whatever this situation is, it is not the end of it. It may not look like it's going where you had hoped. Maybe the final destination is actually the same. It's just that you have to take a different path. And this path is what I've just been talking about, basically. That's what they're saying to me right now. We also have the 7 of Cups in reverse. So this is about you learning, understanding how to make the right choices for yourself. The 7 of Cups is always about, you know, there's illusion there. There's is this real? Is this, sorry guys, I just dropped off the deck. Yeah, so is this the real thing? Is this real? Is this illusion? Like, what am I going to get when I make this choice, kind of thing? Whereas I feel like for you guys, if you follow the guidance that's been given in this reading, it's like you no longer need to worry about that because you have so much faith in your path and faith in yourself and trust in yourself and the messages and guidance that you're getting from your inner divine being, that that whole scene is just not even a thing anymore, right? Fucking great. Let's get a few more messages. All right. High Priestess. Yeah, definitely digging into that High Priestess energy. If you don't know the High Priestess energy, this is the divine feminine energy. So this is all about like intuition, inner knowing, all of that stuff. Like, I just feel like this for you guys is this you digging into this energy, whether it's through this, let faith cultivate your motive. So what you're doing is rooted in faith in yourself. It's kind of like, oh, I wish I could kind of explain the picture that I get, but I can't when I read that sentence. But yeah, let faith be your motive. So belief in yourself is the motive for you to do anything. Confidence as well. But High Priestess is all talking about like this deep connection within self, right? So higher self, to your soul, to your spirit team, me a little bit, but this is more about you having that intuition and trusting the intuition and knowing that what comes through you is for you and it's leading you. Oh, okay, I think I'm going to call that one a day reading. I've got to finish the reading now. And I hope that helps. If it does or did, give me a thumbs up, or you know, if you're not subscribed already, subscribe and you'll get more of these readings. Otherwise, thanks for watching and I'll catch you on the next one. Bye. Okay, hi guys, it's Alvie here. This is group 3's reading. So if you choose this beautiful lace agate or group 3, then this is the reading for you. So let's get into your first message, which is the sacrament of the present. Now, I was tuning into the energy of this the other day because I've been recording these over the last few days. And I posted on Facebook about it. So I was just really feeling into this energy of like savoring the moment like it's your favorite food. And let me just see what I wrote. I did. I can't remember what I wrote. I'm going to read what they wrote as well in the book in a minute. But basically what I'm seeing is like, you know, every experience every moment as it is what the card says. So I kind of feel like it's a little bit of a sorry, a reminder for mindfulness, but also this kind of like finding the magic, finding the ecstasy, finding the pleasure in every moment. Let's have a look here. I'm sure it's not that far down. There it is. Let's see. So, savoring every exquisite moment of this human experience. I'm hearing the song Parabola by Tool. The words are, we barely remember who or what came before this precious moment. Choosing to be here right now, stay inside this holy reality, this holy experience, right? It basically says it all. And I got a shiver just then as I was reading that. I'm feeling into moments of deep pleasure induced by approaching moments of everyday life with the magic of conscious awareness, like eating your absolute favorite food with such awareness and intention that each bite is like an orgasmic experience of taste, sensation, and ultimately delicious pleasure. Yeah. I could probably go into that a little bit more. I was kind of feeling into the fact that some of you might be experiencing this with someone else. Like it might be just one of those times in life when you want to savor every moment because, you know, there's something going on and it's like just a really good time in your life to savor the things, savor all the things, the delicious pleasure of being alive. I'm going to read out of the book now, and then we will get into other messages. So, the soul's journey does not take place in a linear direction. Every moment is a new experience, and every day is independent of either yesterday or tomorrow. Everyone's past is a blend of good and bad memories, happy and sad memories, and losses and gains. When we spend our time reviewing the past or planning for the future, our mind throws us out of being fully in the present. So mindfulness, right? Being in the present moment is coming up. But I don't feel like it's sort of like practicing mindfulness because you're trying not to, you know, fall into anxiety or overthinking or depression or something like that, because a lot of the time that is a very good tool for if you are, you know, being afflicted by these things. But what I'm actually feeling into, just with the colors of the card, with the energy that came through with it, with what I channeled earlier, that I just read you from Facebook, that it is more like a time, or that you've got a time coming up in life where it's absolutely just like you just want to savor those memories, savor those moments. Pulling faces at people behind me. Cat scratching on the door, is he? Yeah, see, letting go of the past is an act of love that provides new space for this creation. In the same way that flowers lose their petals and trees lose their leaves, you must be willing to release what has outlived its purpose in our life to make room for experiencing the new. If the tree does not drop its leaves in the fall, if the tree does not drop its leaves in the fall, it could never spout new buds in the spring. Letting go of what you love and crossing into the unknown is not easy, but change and growth go hand in hand. It is in moment by moment choosing that you can carve a path out that guides you into the future. Every decision, sorry, I jumped a line, and every decision you make in the moment helps to create your next choice. That reminds me of something that Louise L. Hay says a lot, that every thought you think creates your future. Although that can be a little bit like stressing, because it's like, oh God, what am I thinking? What am I creating? But at the same time, it's like, it's a good thing to remember to be in the present. Basically, the energy that I get from this is like, when you are really present, I don't know, maybe doing art or something, you're sort of in this really amazing energetic flow and in tune with the universe as well, because you're sort of in tune with yourself and therefore everything else is going well. And that is the energy that I'm feeling coming through for you guys, group 3. Blah, 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 blah. I read that bit. Look for opportunity to recharge and renew and learn to use your energy well. Have faith that life is bringing something new and sweet and precious your way. As you surrender the old, you make space to experience something greater than you might have imagined in the present. Have faith that grace will create an opening for something wonderful to appear in its proper place and time. All right, so that's yeah, there's 2 different sort of strings of message coming through here. For some of you, I feel like there's things that have maybe come up from your past or are coming up for you right now to release, to so that you can move into this new and amazing future. But for others of you, I'm feeling that how can I put it? Well, what I was channeling when I put this card and that post on Facebook was about, like, there's a time coming up for you in the next, 7 to 10 days where it's going to be that good that you'll just want to savor every moment of it, that you'll be in the flow rather than worrying about what's going on over there or what happened before or what might happen. And what I feel for this is like, maybe it's something to do with a situation that's sort of like, previously it was maybe something that would have put you in a state of triggeredness or worry or stuff like that, but you're letting go of that. It's sort of like you've worked through it and you're letting go of it so that you can actually savor the moment and be in the moment and enjoy the moment. And could I say moment anymore? So the next message for you guys is, I create mindful moments throughout the day, reminding myself that I am love and miracles are natural. Wow. Really tying into the idea behind mindfulness, right? And this sort of mindfulness, it doesn't matter which stream or story resonates with you. The whole kind of the underlying energy that your guides and my guides are trying to impart to you through this reading is about being mindful, about being present in that moment, like, because there really is nothing but now, right? Weird as it sounds, there's nothing but now. Yeah, interesting. And then we have dance. So do something to shift your vibration. I feel like you guys are actually like shifting through some stuff for a lot of you. I feel like this is all about you, bringing you back to center, to wholeness, to reminding you that every moment has magic in it if you just choose to look at it that way. I feel like some of you might have been feeling a bit kind of, I don't know, bit off, perhaps a bit discombobulated. Maybe, as I said earlier, some things have come up for you that you are releasing, and sometimes that can put you in a little bit of a, I don't know, sort of like in a shell or in a bit of a defensive mode. Yeah, they're kind of saying come back to receptive mode. When you're receptive, you're in the moment. You're not like sort of placing, how do I put it, putting unrealistic expectations on the future. You're just being in that moment. So yeah, when something comes up, creating mindful moments throughout the day, reminding myself I'm love and miracles are natural. So bringing the magic back in is what I'm getting for you guys. And dance is going to be something, body movement is going to be something that really does help you shift. Sorry, I'm just changing the song. because I feel like I need to listen to Parabola now. Of course. I just like the words to that song. And I mentioned it to a friend today as well. You should listen to this song. This is the one I always listen to when I feel like that. That's what I said. It reminds me that, you know, you're not here really here alone, and it's got a message behind it, right? But we won't go into that. We'll go into this. What I feel is kind of like this really, I just got this really delicious kind of energy, like something amazing sort of coming for you. And it's one of those things, and I could only really liken it to, like, I don't know, buying your favorite ice cream or something like that, or wanting to get the absolute last little drop out of it so much that you're tearing the carton apart and like licking it. That is the energy of, like, the savoring energy of the deliciousness of this magical kind of time that I feel coming up for you guys. For those of you who are resonating with that, and for those of you who are shifting through something right now and letting go of those, you know, those past things, so something new can come in. This is what you're shifting towards, I feel. Yeah. Yeah. Can we get? Let's give it a try. Group 3. The reading. What messages do you have for group 3 this week about savoring the sacrament of the present? Ooh, okay, we've got King of Wands, fiery, passionate energy. Interesting. Interesting energy coming up there. And then we have the 7 of Pentacles. Okay. We have the Fool. Yeah, all right. I'm getting this message loud and clear now. So we have the King of Wands, the 7 of Pentacles, and Fool. I feel like for a lot of you, this is talking about a person with the King of Wands energy coming into your experience. I've got to change this. I can see it every time it changes the lyrics, and I'm like, oh, is that is that something important that I need to take care of? They're just changing that. Yeah, okay, so let's get back to this reading. King of Wands energy. King of Wands is passionate, fiery, creative kind of energy. Doesn't have to be a man. It might be a man. It could be a woman. It could be you yourself, right? Just depending on how it works. General reading, as I say in every reading that I do for these picker cards, is like, it could be a person, place, or situation. Take it how it works in your life, not how you want it to work, right? I know that kind of sucks, but this is why people think, oh, spiritual readers or psychics are full of shit. It's not actually that we're full of shit. It's just that the human mind wants to take the best of it, even if it's not actually the appropriate message for you. So sometimes you have to be discerning, and sometimes you have to be able to be honest with yourself about what is actually real that's coming through for you, not what is like what sounds great and fantasy like, and how it's going to fulfill your wishes and things like that. So just that little caveat warning type thing coming through here for you guys, group 3. So back to this reading, right? And this is why I'm saying it, because I can see here that there's someone who wants to make an investment. Like, there's this creative, passionate, fiery energy. Could be like a really hot lover type situation coming in and wanting to invest. This is the 7 of Pentacles, so putting the work in, putting roots down with you, and starting something new. Okay, so we have the Fool. The Fool is like talking about starting something new, being spontaneous, starting a new adventure, a new experience. And just like you can see here, is kind of this trustful energy. She's just leaning back, knowing that she's going to be caught by the universe or whatever's going on down here. She's got crystals. There's like the flower of life there. It's very much a kind of like, if this is someone you've already been with, or if this is a person, if this is a person separate to you, this is talking about a renewal or a new beginning. If it's someone who's new coming in, then it's like someone who actually wants to invest in the connection with you, and start something different, something new. With the flower of life there, I'm getting like, growing new life, growing new things kind of thing, because flower of life, right? It's all about the things that kind of, I don't know, I can't even explain it. I should be able to, with my obsession with the flower of life, I should be able to explain it, but it's not really coming through the way I want it to. So there, a person coming in with this creative, fiery energy. I'm feeling like, hot lover, very sexual, very lots of kind of chemistry kind of thing, wanting to invest in the connection with you, to create this new world, this new experience type thing. And it's something that you're going to want to savor. It's something that you want to be in the moment for, not be, worrying about the future, thinking about the past, that kind of thing. For some of you, though, this could be an energy of you embodying this King of Wands energy, investing in yourself and starting something new too. I'm going to have, that's interesting. I don't know what that's doing there, but we'll just leave it there. Okay. It's obviously meant to be over there, not in the deck for some reason. So let's have a quick look and see what else we've got coming through here for group 3 about this situation of savoring the moment. Could be a man with dark skin, could be a person with dark skin. Wanting to grow something with you. Okay. What have we got here? How many cards we got? All right, we've got the 4 of Wands. So resting, taking some time out, maybe taking some time out from busy schedules, work. 4 of Swords is about, sleeping, resting, taking a step back type thing. This is interesting. What else have we got here? We've got the 10 of Wands in reverse. So definitely not. Oh, okay. I see. So there's this situation with this King of Wands energy, wanting to invest, wanting to start something new, but at this point in time, they might need to be taking a step back, taking a rest. It's not what you think if that's what's going on. This is just the build up to it, right? So the 10 of Wands is leaving, right? It's the end of a painful situation, but I feel like for you guys, this is like, for them, they might be leaving another painful situation, and this is why they're taking a small rest. I don't think it's going to last very long. I think it might be a couple of days. Maybe you haven't, been hearing from them as much or something like that. But this is definitely, these first 3 cards was the intention. Then we have lack of anxiety. So we've got the 5 of Swords in reverse, and that's all about, overthinking, anxiety, all of that shit. I'm sort of like putting that to rest. This is what I'm feeling for you guys. Interestingly, with the 4 of Swords there too, putting it to rest. Yeah. Taking a new path is what I'm getting. The Fool is like the beginning of something new. So there's lots of spontaneity, lots of maybe like taking a leap of faith into this, or taking a leap of faith in some way, whether that be from you or the other person involved. I don't know, depends on your path, doesn't it? What have we got here? Alrighty, we have putting in work again. We've got 8 of Pentacles. Perhaps there's work that needs to be done that is interesting. Too much work, knocking things out of balance. Mm-hmm. Let's see, what else do we have here coming up for? Oops. There he goes. Oh dear. Oh, which way, I mean? Yeah, there we go. All right, so we have the Knight of Cups. So coming in with an offer. The Knight of Cups is very often like a love offer. It could be, you know, a different kind of partnership offer, but for most of you, I feel like just with the energy coming through, this is someone coming in, someone who's been busy, someone who might have kind of taken a step back or felt a bit off balance in putting in a lot of work at work, maybe, or something else like that, you know. And you're kind of like I don't know. I thought we were doing this. What's going on? That's kind of the energy I'm getting here. But coming in with an offer for you. See what else we have for group three. Group three. What is the message here? It's savoring these moments because there's things, amazing things coming up for you. We have the Two of Wands in reverse. That's interesting. Usually the Two of Wands talks about making plans, you know, maybe taking a road trip or traveling. I feel like this is an offer from a distance, and maybe there isn't the ability to connect in the physical or to travel to each other just at this point in time. I'm gonna get some more on that. Can you please clarify? Oh, clarify. Okay, we have this one, the Hanged Man. Yeah, so there's a bit of a standstill with this. The offer's there, but the ability to actually like do anything about it right now is maybe it's on hold, and it's on hold because we have some sort of divine intervention here. There is some sort of thing where there's gonna have to be an aha type moment, an enlightenment type moment about something in this situation for to make everything move forward again. See what else we've got here. What else do we have for group three? I didn't do you any angel cards, I realize. I think that's a few too many. Well, maybe not. All right, we'll go for this. I think we have the Eight of Wands. So waiting on communication. I feel like this is some sort of communication. And sitting there feeling bored as you wait. I'm laughing at that because I just know that feeling. It's like, oh, come on, man. This is pretty bored, feeling complacent about things because there's this, you know, I feel like there's going to be fast moving energy, but at this moment, we're seeing this kind of energy coming through. We've got 2 4s here to the Four of Pentacles, which is there is a stability here. There's something stable about this, which probably is why we have the 7 of Pentacles popping up, showing you some stability. It's just circumstances, other life circumstances that are putting this on hold just for right now. The advice here, I think, is waiting for this Eight of Wands, this energy of Eight of Wands, which is fast moving energy. It can be communication, lots of texts, lots of emails, phone calls, that kind of thing coming in. It's sort of almost like you know that this offer is coming, but you're kind of like, I'm fucking waiting. Where is it? And I feel like as I'm looking at these cards, what the guys are saying is like, even though this might feel a bit shit, right? It's sort of like savor those moments already. Start remembering how to be in the moment with things. And let that happen, you know, let yourself be engaged in life, and then it won't seem like you're waiting and you won't feel so complacent about things. It's like you're waiting for this stability, but the stability is already there. Well, is that flipping? I don't know. I'm just gonna keep going. It looked like there was some flipping up, and then they kind of didn't flip, and I was like, "What the fuck is going on?" All right, so let's get some more messages for group 3, please, about this. I do feel like there's a new beginning, but I feel it's like delayed. That's what I'm getting here. I feel like then in the past you would have been worried about it. Now there's a certain sense of stability here. But it's just sort of like you're waiting to hear from this person, or you're waiting to hear about the situation. And in that waiting, they're asking you to be mindful, because practicing being mindful and in the moment is going to help not only to kind of make time go faster, but also until you get communication, or till those messages come through. But it's also sort of like saying, this is what you'll need to do when you're in it, because as I've said, I've already felt those feelings, those that energy coming in of something that you really want to savor, something that you really want to be present for, something that's so like great that you don't want to be kind of anywhere else, basically. Few more messages for group 3, please. Ooh, that's too many. I don't want half the deck. Sometimes I just don't know. All right, let's have a look and see what else we've got for group 3, please. Any more messages for group 3 before I move on to the angel cards? Group 3 angel cards. Actually, where are the angel cards? My cat has been up on my desk and knocked a few things down, I think. Okay, what have we got? Yeah, so we've got this. So it's like there's nothing to worry about, right? It's what you normally would be worried about. Don't worry about it. It's all good. It's coming. It just, I feel like they're saying like 3 to 4 days, something like that. I don't know. Could be different for, each person, obviously. And as I said before, in pretty much every reading I do, if this isn't right for you, if you're not resonating with the romantic side of it, it could be other situations in your life as well. Got the hiccups now. Alrighty. What have we got here? We have the 2 of Pentacles. They're finding balance, balancing things out. Anything else you'd like to tell group 3, please? The 8 of Cups in reverse. So this isn't a situation where anybody's leaving. No one's leaving. I'm just gonna get, what the flip have I done with my cards? I don't know where they are. Oh, there they are. They're gone for a little walk. Oh, there they are. I knew they were there somewhere. Oh dear. Now I've lost all of them onto the desk. Okay. Now, oh, okay. So as I was getting these cards out, I was getting like a message that's kind of specific, so probably won't be for all of you, but I feel like this, for some of you, the delay is actually because of the this King of Wands energy is investing in something, right? So they might be busy making an investment, buying a property, changing jobs to something a bit more stable or something like that. Interesting. I'm just trying to look back through these cards a little more. Yeah, there's definitely like wanting to put the work in. This Knight of Cups energy, this offer that's coming in is not something like that's going to make you feel like this. It's definitely going to make you feel like this, I think. So new beginnings. All right, let's have a look and see what the angel cards have to say for group 3. What messages do you have, group 3? just remembering to create mindful moments throughout the day and stay centered in the present. I feel like that's the biggest takeaway here, whatever storyline or whatever messages you're getting that are resonating for you here. Oh, okay. Ask for help from others. All right. Might need to uh get in touch with your friends or your community at this time. Ooh, okay, romance. Here we go. See, I feel like romance is coming through for you guys. I do feel like there's this offer here. It's incoming, and I feel like you can almost feel it. You know, it's there, and you're like, oh, when is it going to happen? That kind of thing. I can just feel it. Like I can feel it coming in. But I want to know, I want the verbal confirmation. I want that offer to be given to me. I want to have a what this spiritual union. That's what they're trying to say. Okay. Romance, not the right time. So something's going on in their life, as I said. They're busy doing something. I feel like it's working. I feel like it might be working to invest in something or something along those lines. It's definitely got to do with finances or something like that. Some kind of financial thing. I don't know much about finances, as you can tell. And peaceful resolution. Okay, so it's coming, it's just not there yet. Can you just give me more about the romance part, please? Give me one more. We want to know what's going on. If it's not the right time, why and what? It is. I keep getting 4, so 4 days. 4 days, 4 weeks, 4 months. It depends, Um, Forgiveness? Interesting. Yeah, for those of you who are resonating with like releasing something to let something new in, forgiveness might be an energy that you are experiencing, and look for a sign. So like I said, you guys know this is coming, whatever this is, whether it's you related, them related, relationship related, you'll know, you'll feel it, right? And you will feel it and you'll know, uh you'll just know. I was going to say something else, and I kind of like took the words right out of my mouth. I'm going to leave it there. So just remember to be savoring the moment. I guess that's the biggest takeaway from this message. Let me know if you get an offer. Let me know if any of this resonates, if it helps you at all. Yeah, and I'll catch you on the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye.